So today is January 2nd, dinner, January 2nd, and I realized, oh yeah, I was going to film how we're eating out of our pantry and replenishing that this month. So yesterday was the first. For breakfast we had the free box of Special K cereal that I picked up. I think the video will be up by now. So we had that for breakfast. For lunch, we have been trying to use up all the leftovers in the fridge. So we had some leftover chicken avocado enchilada. I think I've made that as a freezer meal before. By the way, as a freezer meal, it's terrible. It's very gluey and icky and ugh. Do not recommend that as a freezer meal. So we did that New Year's Eve. Hello. We did that New Year's Eve, and then we had the leftovers for lunch yesterday and today, because it made one 9x13 pan and one 8x11 casserole. And the 9x13 had extras. So we did that for lunch yesterday, and then for dinner New Year's Eve we ate with my pastor and his family, and I made the taco meat for the taco bar. So I brought 3 pounds of taco meat, which was not enough for everybody. So hindsight, I'll remember that next time. And then today for breakfast we ate a box of Zone bars that I also picked up. We ate a box of that on the way out there. I didn't. Just had coffee. I told you I don't like to eat first thing in the morning. And then I came home for lunch. We had the leftover casserole thing. And now I'm on my, I don't know what number coffee. I'm making dinner. So for dinner, we have 1 cabbage left from the cabbage harvest we did back in October. There was 1 cabbage still left in the back fridge. It's fine. We did have to peel off several top layers, but it was a huge cabbage. So peeled off some top layers, and now I am going to make egg roll in a bowl. Do you remember the meal prep that we did together where we had some, where I grounded that meat up to make this and ended up not using it? Well, I pulled it out of the freezer and we're going to use it tonight. So that kind of gets you all caught up as to what the plan is, what we're having. We have about a half a head of cabbage left. So if the, it won't be used, again, it was a huge head of cabbage, so I'll probably dice it up, or chop it up and use it later on this week. So let's do this. So that's what we're going to have for dinner, and that will take care of January 1st and 2nd. I wanted to show what came in our, this came in the food trucks this past week. Look how big that thing is. Bless you. So I'm going to pop into this and add it to the egg roll in a bowl. This is my kitchen buddy. You can always find him in the kitchen helping me. Okay, I have egg roll in a bowl, all completed and finished. And to pull out something from my pantry, I pulled out my rice papers, which is what you would use to make spring rolls. And I have my smaller pan of water heating up here. You don't need it super hot, you just need it hot enough to basically soften your rice paper. And some stores have this. I think I found this at Kroger. I believe I found this at Kroger in the Asian department. And it's not one that I can find at Walmart, but maybe you can. Anyway, this takes a lot of time, so I haven't been purchasing this, and I probably won't purchase it again to put back in my pantry. I think I will just, you know, kind of keep it as a once in a while treat. So it takes more time. There's a lot here. put some of the fried onions that you would normally put on like salad. I just put that in the egg roll in a bowl to kind of give it a little crunch. But show how this is done. Oops. Okay, I just dipped it in there. Hot. It still has a papery feel, but as the heated, oops, that did not work out. As the heated water kind of gets through it, you can see it starting to do its thing. So then after that, you're just gonna take a spoonful of stuff and make a burrito out of it. This is so sticky. Another reason why I don't do it that often. And I'll be honest, I don't make these look very pretty. Like at all. I'm not made to be a chef, y'all. No, I'm just gonna make a couple of these for each kid. And that's what's for dinner tonight. Good morning, everyone. Alright, you eat it. Today for breakfast is grits. I had this twice on our monthly menu. And I made the whole container that I had left. But I made like a servings of 10. And I served 5 this morning, myself included. Because I don't have my eldest with me until tomorrow. So I think this will be plenty for tomorrow. This is typically what the amount I make when I make one, but I just made both batches because it was easier to figure out the water when I measured out the grits. So that's for breakfast today. And this morning I am going to put everything together for tuna cakes so that at lunchtime all I need to do, bless you Johnny, all I have to do is cook them up. So that's what we're going to have for breakfast, and I'll try to remember to get a clip for lunch. But it's the first Monday of a new year, so of course I feel like I'm ready to start the year off right. So I kind of talked about this. I made a blog post with like 30 meals you can eat under $5 and under-ish. And it'll be linked down below for you where I have all the information on the tuna cakes. So I said I was going to do the tuna cakes for lunch. We ended up with tuna sandwiches. Because I didn't get to the cakes and it is now almost 1 o'clock. This is what's for lunch. So I completely forgot to film what we did for dinner, but I made some burgers. This is the last one. We used up a wonderful bag of instant potatoes, and that's what's left. We topped our burgers, one way to make it gluten-free, but still, it just adds like a creaminess to it, so that you don't miss the bun as much, and that is to add an avocado on top. And that's one way that we really like it. And then we had a simple side salad with it, and it was a really good dinner. We all really enjoyed it. These are the burgers. I have one box left, and they were on clearance for $6, so that was like $1 a burger. So that's what we had. And like I said, it was really good. It was not on the menu for this month, so I just wrote it in my little planner here. Okay. I just wrote it in down here to keep track of what we still have and what I have made. So that's what we have for dinner tonight, and that is going to be the closeout of day. Well, hello. Welcome to another day. Lunch? Well, I didn't even film breakfast. For breakfast, my son made scrambled eggs, and I didn't get the biscuits made, so we pulled out those raisin English muffins and had it with that. For lunch, no, Johnny, leave that alone. Leave it alone, Johnny. And breakfast was pretty late by the time we got done and finished. It's been a morning. So lunch has just kind of been a little bit of fun for yourself, because we're also gonna have 8 early dinner. So and it was totally unplanned, but it all worked out well. We had a late breakfast, kind of a lighter lunch, and dinner is gonna be early because we are having company for dinner. So I am over here making lemon pepper chicken, which is on the meal plan. But I learned something while I was making that. I was like, I don't have this recipe. And the ones I found online are not the ones that I remember my mom making, and I like hers. Don't we all? Don't we all just live our mama's recipe the best? So I had to message her and I'm like, help. So I'm gonna make this for my daughter, and I'm gonna write it down so we have it later. But this is a mental reminder for later. So in here I have 2 chicken bosoms cut up and a part of another one. So I pulled 2 Ziploc bags out of the freezer. And I also cut up some celery. And I put half a stick of butter in the huge cast iron I have here. Put half a stick of butter in here, so 1 stick, half of that. The celery and the chicken, and I cooked it 5 minutes, and then I added, there's no measurements here because us women in my family, we don't measure, and it can bite me sometimes. But anyway, some garlic powder, some onion powder. This is the lemon pepper that I have. It's a little tiny bottle, and I probably did, no joke, probably about that much. I'm not sure it's gonna come out, like tablespoons. We're talking maybe 3, 4, 5 tablespoons until it just looked like it was good, coated well. And then I added 3 cups of chicken broth, and it's kind of just finishing cooking. And then towards the end I'm gonna make a little roux with some gluten-free flour, and we'll add it in and it will thicken up. I also, because I like more lemony taste, I also took a lemon and juiced it in here to really just bring out the lemon flavor. So I think that's it for this, and then we're going to serve it over rice, either some green beans or broccoli, or and we're going to have this as our meal for tonight. And then I'm going to cut up the rest of this chicken here and get it marinating for a stir fry for tomorrow, because it's defrosted at this point, and we're just going to get going. And I'm going to get the rice going. So that's what's going to be for dinner. That's how I made it. Super simple, but it's been years since I've made that. So enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video of what we've been eating. Free. So for today's breakfast, this darling daughter of mine is making waffles for us. She got this little waffle maker for Christmas in a white elephant gift exchange. And
my little gingerbread kind of guy.
her little gingerbread waffles. So that's what we're having for breakfast. She did this, and I thought this was a really cool hack. I'll tell you guys about. This is a Dollar Tree water bottle that we picked up, and she just spray bottle, whatever. She put olive oil in it, and I just thought that was pretty interesting. So we'll have that and some sausage or boiled eggs or something, some kind of protein for breakfast today. We're back with a lunch here for you. I'm making chili spaghetti, which was my favorite growing up after eating red sauce spaghetti so many times. That was what my dad did. And so it was a treat when we had chili spaghetti. My kids haven't had it, so I'm making them chili spaghetti today. So you need spaghetti. The last of my gluten-free spaghetti noodles. For a vegetable, I have 1 can of corn here. And I have 2 things of no bean chili. And I have some leftover taco meat that I'm going to add to it. So that's what we're going to have for dinner, or lunch. We're on lunch. And it's as simple as pasta sauce. You're going to make your noodles. You're going to make your noodles. You're going to heat up your chili. You're going to put some noodles on a plate. And then you just put your chili on top. With red pasta, I will typically add the pasta to the noodles. Okay. I will add the pasta to the noodles when I'm like ready to serve it up. With chili spaghetti, I will not. I'll just put pasta on the individual plates and put the chili on top and put some corn with it. And that's what we're gonna have for lunch. So for dinner tonight, we're having stir fry. Remember that chicken I talked about yesterday? Cut it all up, have it cooking in 1 onion and some teriyaki sauce. Pulled out the last bag. I usually do 2 bags of vegetables, but I only have 1. And I think I do have some frozen broccoli somewhere. That would be a good to add with it. So stir fry going on for dinner. I wanted to show, we got like 2, 3, remember the raspberry flats? I don't know. I'll insert a picture if I still have it. We had so many raspberries, but here's the reality of getting cast off food from the, oh my goodness, my brain, from the food trucks, from places and whatnot. You have to dig through a lot. So under here is grapes, and we tossed out at least another whole bowl of just moldy grapes. So that is the reality of it. But look, with all of that, I have this many. This is a pretty big stock pot of grapes that we're going to try to turn into grape jelly. And the raspberries, now that I'm kind of cleaning out the freezer, I do have more room, so I'm going to wash them up instead of dehydrating them, because I don't think I have like a full batch to dehydrate once you kind of clean all this stuff out. I'm probably just going to put them in the freezer because now I have more room for that. That's kind of what's going on today, and we will see you tomorrow. Eggs for breakfast, along with the cranberry orange bread. Prepared. This is what we're having for lunch. This is the twice baked cauliflower and some tuna cakes that I filmed in a video showing kind of meal prep for the week. That's what we're having.